Alright guys, I wanted to give you a little update of where I'm at. So I've been busting on it a few nights. Basically I've got the tank cradle done other than building the cover. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. But basically it's done. I'm going to take it off. At this point I'm just going to like take it off and weld it, do some final trimming on it. And paint it up, clean it up and paint it up. So basically this is what we got. I have added to it. I elevated this crossbar here because I needed more room. I've got a little 90 that comes off for a vent that I welded into the tank, and I needed a little bit more height. So I went ahead and I cut these and notched them. Well, I notched them with my, cut a couple and then ground them. Anyways, used my grinder. But anyway, so did that, got that all mocked up, put some caps on the end. Not the greatest welds, but they're okay. And then I made gussets for here. So I did a gusset there, gusset there. These are 3/16 gussets. These are 1/8 inch gussets, and I made them here. So this thing pretty much, and then I ran a bar from top to bottom, as you can see there. So it's got a bar coming up underneath it. It's got the gussets on the side, and it's got a top bar. So I really don't think this thing's going nowhere. And then these have gussets. And then these suckers are going to get welded all the way around. It should be just fine. So anyways, that's how she's sitting right now. And I think it's gonna work out. I may get some different shocks. I don't know. I may run these for a little while. One of them feels a lot easier than the other one. I don't know why, but maybe one of them's getting going bad or something. I don't know. But yeah, so there we are. And same thing over here. And then I got out here tonight, reworked my brake line. I'll show it to you. I basically just had to bend it and tie it up there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Yeah, and it ain't the greatest, but it is up out of the way, so nothing gonna hit it. And then I put some boxing plates on, so you can see how I did it there. I just, you know, like an inch or so, and then skipped along. So you can see there. And then here's this side. So yeah, I don't know, it came out okay, I think. I did notice on this that maybe when I welded it here, I think it like pulled this down a little. I don't know, whatever. But it's I don't know. It's got it's welded. It's got a fish plate and it's boxed. So I really don't see this sucker going anywhere. If it breaks, it'll probably break somewhere else, I would imagine. So anyways, I'm not too concerned. I trust my welds, and there's a lot of frickin' stuff there supporting it, so I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so that's it. So really, I got the brake line done, tank cradle is ready to rock. I just got to weld it all up, and then, you know, I could always run it without a cover, but I want to get a cover, you know what I mean, build a cover eventually. I just don't know the elevation of it, and I don't know if I'm going to go straight across or connect it to the tube. I don't really know what I'm going to do right now, but I'll figure something out. Something will work out. So next up, really, I think tomorrow I'm going to get out here. I think I'm going to take the tank cradle off, take the tank and everything out, and then I'm going to put my extended brake cable, park brake cables up in here, and get those worked out. So it might take me a couple days because I only got a few hours a night to work on it. So get those done, and then beyond that, I really just have to shorten the drive line and hook up the exhaust, figure out the hangers for the exhaust. And what else do I got to do? Oh, I got to build the flatbed, I guess. So pretty much going to be like Nick's 909, kind of similar to the shape of his. But basically I'm just going to do it in two pieces. I'm going to like build the front piece, and then I'm going to build the back piece, and then I'm going to paint, like everything's going to be painted black. So I'm gonna like run it up close to here, and then so, you know, when you're looking at it, it'll probably just look like one piece, you know, have something here, that way I can store something on it, probably a spare tire or whatever. Maybe mount my spare tire up here, I don't know, but yeah, so, and then up here my box is pretty much gonna take up the whole area. But yeah, so I went and got some spray paints and some Scotch-Brite, so I'm gonna start, once I kind of get everything done, I'll start working on the frame, cleaning it up here and there, and then spraying it with some black and get that going. So so beyond that, there's not a whole lot. I'm going to have to shorten the brake cable that goes up underneath that connects to the extended brake cables that I'm going to put in. So obviously 10 inches. Or no, 20 inches, I guess, out of it. So I don't know, I might take it up, have somebody crimp an end on it, or I'll figure something out. And then beyond that, it hopefully be ready to go. So I'm hoping that for like a month or less, I want to get out onto the trail, and I think it'll be good. So I was thinking about doing the engine swap, putting the iron LS1 in here and stuff. And you know, I was doing some research, and I kind of figured out that. Well, not really figured out, but it's going to be a lot of work. And what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to put the stock cam back in this 5.3 here. So this 5.3, 4.8 pistons, 862 heads, and so it's got some good compression. So I was looking around a little bit and doing some research, and like I don't really think I can get a cam that's bigger than stock. That's really going to give me like a low torque, and I'm talking like 2500 and below. That's really what I'm looking for. I read an article, I think it was in HotRod, I don't know, maybe I'll link it in the video, but it compared cams. It took a 5.3 with some headers, and I don't know what kind of heads it had on it, but it just took a 5.3, and it basically tried it with the stock cam, and it was an LM7, so it did stock LM7 cam, which is what I have, and then it did like LS9 cam, LS7 cam, LS3 cam, LS6 cam, and it compared them all, and it showed like the torque and the horsepower and stuff. So like, the difference between the for this cam and like the LS9 cam that's in it now was like at 2500. I think the LS9 cam was giving up 40 foot-pounds of torque. You know what I'm saying? So I think the stock torque converter on this 1-ton turbo 400, I think the stock torque converter is like 1900. So you know, that's where I need my torque down low. So you know, up top though, you know, you're gaining 100 horsepower and you're gaining torque, but you know, for what I'm going to be starting to do with the truck, I'll take the low end torque, and you know, I don't really need that up high horsepower because I'm just going to be crawling around. So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want to suck the AC down, and you know, I've already got the iron LS1 in the K20, and it's already wired up, and basically it's kind of ready to go, other than popping my tranny and drive lines and getting my fuel system done in there. So you know, I don't want to kind of go backwards on that more than I have to. And this one here, this engine will be fine once I get a low end cam, and I really just need to put a doubler in here is what I need to do. But I'm trying to, hopefully that'll be a little bit of a band-aid to get me going. So I'm talking your ear off, but that's my plan for the engine, is just to pick up some more low end torque, and hopefully that'll get me going. I thought, you know, I got a couple times I've been bound up a little bit to where my front and rear are climbing, and it didn't want to go. But I think once I get, like I said, a little bit more low end torque, yeah, it might be all right. So, and I don't want to give up the 411 gears, because it's like perfect driving it to and from the trail. So yeah, so anyways, hope you dig the tank cradle. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's got plenty of gussets, and I think once it's all painted black, and it's got 7 3/8 bolts on either side, so it's got, you know, 14 bolts total. I don't really foresee it moving around or doing anything like that. So that is all, guys. I appreciate you rolling with me. Wanted to get you this update, and we will continue on.